I'm doing this. Hey guys, my heart is like literally beating. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for just coming back for another video. I noticed I got a lot of new subscribers this past week, so thank you so much. That's literally just so appreciated, and I saw all of your comments and tried to respond to as many of you guys as possible. So thank you so much for coming back for a new video. For today's video, it's gonna be something super different for my channel. Okay, my heart is like literally, my heart is like beating out of my chest. Okay. I don't think I've literally ever got like nervous for any type of video on my channel, but I don't know, I'm gonna be like very vulnerable here, so I don't know, like I was getting ready for today's video and doing my hair and everything, and I'm like super fancy because I do have a photo shoot later, if you're wondering. But yeah, I was like nervous throughout getting ready today because I knew I wanted to film this video, and I know it's gonna be something super therapeutic and really good for me to get off my chest and have closure with something. But I don't know, these type of videos just make me a little nervous, so I hope it's received really well by you guys. What inspired this video is that I was on YouTube the other day, a few days back, and I ended up finding a video on like the recommended side called A Letter to All the Boys I've Ever Loved. And it was from a younger YouTuber. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I'm blanking out on her name. I'll put it right here. I ended up watching a few of her videos. She's so sweet. And the video was like in black and white, and it was just a letter that she had written to the 3 men in her life who made the greatest impact. One of them was her dad, one of them broke her heart, and then I think one of them was like her best friend. But she had written a letter to each of them, really just getting closure with any type of situation that she had had with them in their life. And it really inspired me after that. I was like really emotional that night, and I actually ended up, I literally just feel like my voice is shaking. I ended up writing a letter on my phone, because who writes letter on paper and pen these days? Let's get real. I ended up writing a letter on my phone as I was falling asleep to my son's dad. Motorcycle. And this video is not, even though it says a letter to my son's father, this video is not for him. Like, he doesn't follow me on social media or anything. We don't talk whatsoever. This is not going to be a video I'm going to send to him or anything. If he comes across it in the future, you know, whatever, that's fine. The purpose of this video is not for him to see it. The purpose of this is for me to get closure with such a huge event and such a huge part that he played in my life, that I am just ready to close that chapter. I mean, it's been closed. We haven't been together for years, and we don't talk at all. I don't talk to like his family, like zero communication, but we do have a kid together, and I have definitely harbored some sadness, and okay, I don't want to get sad in this video, and resentment towards him for not staying and being a father for his kid, even though I didn't want to be with him. And yeah, that's what happened. So a lot of you guys already know that if you're on my channel. I'm never going to speak disrespectfully about him. I'm not going to say his name or anything bad about him whatsoever. These are just my feelings, that I think it would be so great and therapeutic for me to read this out loud and just have this closure. And I also wanted to make this video because, I also wanted to make this for you guys. If you guys have had any situation in life, whether it's a heartbreak or a hard time, losing a loved one, literally anything, I encourage you to write it down, write a note, write a letter to that person, even if you don't give it to that person, just to get your thoughts out. I noticed whenever I wrote this, I was like pouring tears, just because it's so much emotion and things you have built up and like pent up for so long. I really encourage you guys to just find an outlet to get that out, so you don't have to live with that anger or that sadness anymore. So yeah, with that said, I am going to try to get through this letter that I wrote for my son's father. So I'm gonna pull it up on my iPhone. I literally feel like I'm like reading this like to his face. So I wrote this October the 19th at 10:44 p.m. Hi. I don't even know how to start this letter since it's been so long since I've heard from you. Damn, almost 2 years, no call, no text, no knock at my door. I wonder how you are. Are you happy? Do you ever wonder if I am? If your son is? Or do you even think about us at all? I'm sure you've seen online that I'm working hard to build my business and support our son. I've found such a passion for inspiring others, creating videos, and making my mark in this world. But greater... Okay. Oh my god, the floodgates. I'm sorry, you guys. Anytime I get into anything about Christian, it's like brings out all the emotions. But greater than all that, I have found passion and fulfillment in being a mom. Christian is my best friend in the whole world, and nothing means more to me than our little boy. He's our miracle baby, our 1-pound angel that God pulled through the toughest delivery and saved so we could have him as our child. He's honestly my greatest joy. The way he loves life is indescribable. He wants to be friends with everyone, everywhere we go, and he has such a pure happiness for life. Every day he's teaching me new things. I often ask myself how you can live day to day and not experience the true joy of parenthood. How could you just walk away from your one and only son, your blood, simply because we couldn't be together? You're missing out on so much. So many memories, so many play dates, monumental experiences in Christian's life that will never happen again. I bet you have no idea that his favorite color is red, or that when you ask him what his name is, sometimes he says, "I'm 3," instead of Christian, because sometimes he gets those questions mixed up. You don't know that he loves taking bubble baths and smearing the crayons all over the shower while dumping out all of my shampoo and body wash on accident. You have no clue that his favorite show is Thomas the Train and his favorite activity is the trampoline park and getting ice cream cones on the way home. Or that when we go grocery shopping, he runs into Albertsons so excited because he gets to push the small toddler cart and feel like mommy's big helper. Are you aware that he's super tall for his age and most people think he's 4 or 5? That he's 4 or 5, sorry. He also has your crazy ears, which stick out and don't fit in most hats, but it's too adorable, so I buy the hats anyways. He's the most amazing kid, and you're missing out on those special moments every single day. Aside from all the love and happiness he brings me, being a single mom is not easy whatsoever. Since you choose to not help financially or with your time, I have Christian 7 days a week, every hour of the day, and often get very overwhelmed as a single parent. I can appear to have it all together, but the constant responsibilities of having a child do take a toll on me. I bet you have no clue how many times I've been to the doctor's office alone with Christian at 2 or 3 a.m. when he has breathing problems. How many times I've taken him to the ER and sat alone for 5 to 6 hours to get his asthma under control. How many preschool meetings I've attended to get him assessed for proper education services since he was born so early. How many times I've said no to friends or canceled plans to be here for him when he's sick or he simply just wants his mom. Not to mention the amount of money I've spent on toys, clothes, food, and fun activities just to see him happy without ever asking you for anything. All of that and more are things I do on a consistent basis simply out of pure love for my child. I bet you didn't realize. I have no end goal for writing this letter. I don't even know if you'll ever see this. I realize I held so much resentment towards you for so long, purely out of sadness for our son. I never ever want Christian to feel unloved or like he did anything wrong to ever make a parent walk away from him. I realize now that's not a valid concern at all. Christian is surrounded by so much love daily. That's one thing I will make sure he will never question. What you did is horrible and heartbreaking. I can't imagine ever leaving my child to grow up without me. But I know you're just immature and uneducated on how to love someone unconditionally. I don't want you back. We don't want your money, and I don't want you in my son's life, since clearly you have no desire to be. I just wanted you to know that you're missing out on the greatest gift that life has to offer, parenthood. In the end, I have to thank you. Our dysfunctional relationship taught me many things and made me certain of how I deserve to be treated and loved when I finally do meet the man I'm gonna marry. And above all else, you gave me my son. The only thing I'm sure about in this world. The one person who loves me unconditionally, no matter how many times I fail. He's my greatest blessing, and I wouldn't be falling asleep every night with him curled up in my arms if it wasn't for you. So thank you. I can only hope that you find peace within yourself, in your future, and you're able to acknowledge the choices that you've made in life. Adios.